I just wanted to mention before this video starts that I'll be going to Kawaii's Osu event at the end of July, and I will be staying there for the whole event. So if you wanna say hi, hopefully we meet each other there. If you want to buy tickets, you can use my referral link in the description below and help me get some goodies. With that out of the way, I hope you enjoyed the video.
Eventually. I'm guessing it won't be tonight because I don't know if his arms are good.
I don't know if his... Oh, you might be eating your own words, Squilly.
Freedom Diver. You've probably heard of this name before, but today we're gonna learn about how he became to be the first person to set a 900 PP score, controversy and change that score pushed, as well as learn more about Freedom Diver than him simply being the 900 PP dude. But before we jump straight to that score, we have to go back, way back. It was the beginning of January 2016. Freedom Diver had a friend over and he was showing him a cool game called Osu, where you click the circles to the beat and try to not fail miserably. As per usual, the friend showed him the hardest maps in the game, which included Freedom Dive and others, and he proceeded to play Osu for about an hour and not touch the game again. Well, he didn't touch the game again until the end of May the same year, and he found Osu again and decided to try it again out of boredom. He registered his account and named himself after the hardest map in the game, and made it his goal to get number 1 on it, but he said that he's not there quite yet. And that's how Freedom Diver was born. Up until June of 2016, he just played with a mouse and keyboard, and even though he was aware that his laptop had a touchscreen display, he hadn't thought of the possibility to play Osu with it. Well, that is, until someone asked him to. He didn't think that it would work, but after trying it, he set his new tops play within an hour, that being a C rank on OK Dad with no mod. He immediately got hooked to playing with a touchscreen and started setting top scores such as Cold Green Eyes and high score on the top difficulty. When he saw how easy it was to gain PP and rank up, he thought that was the only way he could rank up. He learned how to FCA maps and grind DT maps, and he got his first 400 PP play in December of the same year on high score with Hidden, 7 months after joining. As he kept improving, 400 PP scores were easier to get, as well as 500 and 600 PP scores, and even some 700 PP scores. After he got his first touchscreen 700 PP play on Responsibility Response, he started realizing that perhaps it was too easy to gain PP with touchscreen. He noted that he wasn't sure why did it take him so long to realize that, and that after he realized that, he became less interested in the game, especially losing interest after the majority of the community started complaining about him and the scores he set, and if they should be worth that much considering that the maps he played were easier to aim with a touchscreen. And after that, it was uncertain if he was going to keep playing the game for much longer, not up until... It was November of 2017, a month after he officially said that he was done with the game, and made a statement about the state of touchscreen and how broken it is. But after hearing that It's a Me Mario had set a new PP record for touchscreen with a flashlight play, he logged on to find a broken map that he could set the record on. He started playing High Tide 3 mod, and after about 20 tries he broke not only Mario's record, but the PP record for the entire game mode with an 849 PP score, and things quickly started snowballing. People were spamming him, top players jokingly sent him motivational messages for him to keep going, hundreds started spectating him, so he decided to keep trying for a 900 PP play. Eventually he got it on the same map only an hour or 2 later, setting an exact 900 score.
Oh, Squilly, you ate your own fucking words! Eat it!
78!
Eat your fucking words!
Oh, it's not 900.
900! Not Madman!
Oh my god! The chat's moving too fast.
He was surprised about getting it considering how bad his accuracy was, but due to the score being exactly 900 pp, he figured that it was too perfect to change. The community was mostly positive about his score, mostly because everyone already realized how big of a joke the game had become, just because of a simple loophole. But he did receive some negative messages, which included one joke death threat, and a lot, and I mean a lot of 6 digits messaging him, telling him that he sucks and that Cookiezi is better, which he considered really funny. He mentioned that most of the negative messages and harassment were in the months prior to him setting that score, with people flaming touchscreen players on a personal level, on an individual basis, and insulting their life plays, their playstyles, etc. But by the time he set the score, that behavior had died down mostly. After the high type play, the whole touchscreen system was reworked and all Freedom Divers and other touchscreen player scores were nerfed into the ground, and everything was fine and dandy, with some portion of the community pretending like Freedom Divers play never happened, and not acknowledging it as the first 900 pp play before it was nerfed. I asked Freedom Diver how he felt about the current pp values for touchscreen, and would he change anything about it, and he said that the point of the nerf was to bury touchscreen scores so they wouldn't cause any issues, and that the nerf really took away the competitive aspect of touchscreen and motivation to set any scores, because a lot of maps back then weren't made for touchscreen, and that the only reason touchscreen players were playing those maps were for PP. He said that if touchscreen had its own game mode or leaderboard, that there might be a reason for touchscreen players to start grinding scores again, but he thinks that that amount of work isn't worth it for the 15 or so people that actually play touchscreen. Fast forward to today, and Freedom Diver has switched over to playing with a tablet and keyboard after the touchscreen nerf, since he was completely sick of playing the game that way. He started playing with the mouse, and in February 2018 he got a tablet, and within a week he could aim 6-star maps, and the stamina he acquired from playing touchscreen served him well, and he could single tap up to 300 BPM and burst up to 260 pretty easily, and that had him motivated to keep trying to play this game that way. He says that nowadays he has around 7000 tablet PP, which would be around 4k rank, and he still tries to play a few times a week, trying to improve. But wait, tablet PP? What does he mean by this? Well, ever since he started playing with the tablet, he started tracking his top plays with it and the amount of PP he gets from it manually, since his top plays are tarnished with his old touchscreen plays, boosting him in rank significantly. When I asked if he could remove the old touchscreen scores or if he could do anything about them, he said that staff consider his and other touchscreen players' score removals low priority, which meant that they would have to wait for a really long time. He said he hates how his touchscreen plays are on top rather than his tablet plays, and that not even his good touchscreen plays are showed, and that for now he has to keep track of his top tablet plays on his own, and has to calculate his own PP and rank, etc. Finally, I asked him what was the hardest thing to learn about tablet, and he said it was mostly how consistent he was with aiming, considering that you can be way more consistent with aim on touchscreen and play maps way beyond your skill level, since you don't have to sync both aim and tapping. In some ways he found it annoying that his aim wasn't as consistent as on touchscreen, and he felt like he was always underperforming. But he said that he also felt like it was more relaxing since he doesn't have to expect to eventually full combo every map he plays. As of writing this, he has 3 400 PP plays with tablet, and he mainly plays Hidden and Nightcore, with all his top 100 scores containing that mod combination. If you want to check out the full spreadsheet of all of his top tablet plays, you can find a link to it on his user page, and I will leave a link to his profile in the description. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you just watched, feel free to subscribe to my channel and give me feedback via the comment section, and hopefully we see each other again.